Hello, everybody. So, in this video, I'm just going to talk to you guys about why you save more time and more money by eating healthy. So, let's just get right into it. So, I did a little bit of analytics. This is from a while back. And basically, I just broke down the costs and the time investment comparison of unhealthy eating to healthy eating. So, let's look at this. Here's the big question. Are are eating healthy foods expensive? No, they're not. You're just replacing unhealthy food with healthy food, or you're just going out to eat less often, or just possibly cutting out unnecessary expenses. But, anyways, here's the chart that I made a while back. So, for unhealthy eating habits, fast food meals on average cost $8 to $15, depending on how many people are getting the meal. But if you were to get one meal by yourself, on average, it's between that price. And if you were to get three meals that day, it would be anywhere between $24 to $45 a day for three meals. And if you were to have three meals a day for a month, you'd be paying about $720 to $1,350 on average. Again, this is not a realistic number, but if you just take a look at the costs and you add it up, these are the averages. Let's look at DoorDash or takeout. The average cost for each DoorDash order, which includes the delivery fee, the tip, etc., is on average $20 to $30. Sometimes it's even more, actually. And weekly, if you were to order DoorDash 3 to 4 times, that would on average be $60 to $120, which would cost you about $240 to $480 monthly. Now, let's look at going out for drinks. If you were to go out for drinks to the bar, per person, it's about $30 to $60 for 2 to 3 drinks on average. The weekly cost of that is $120 to $240 a week if you were to go to the bar one time a week and get 2 to 3 drinks. And monthly, that would cost you about $480 to $960 on average. Now, snacks and junk food, which is the most common. If you're eating chips, soda, and candy and other bullshit every day, you're paying about $5 to $10 a day. If you were to pay $5 to $10 a day for junk food, and it would add up at the end of the month, you'd be paying on average $150 to $300 for that. Now, here's a scary number. If we were to combine all four of these things and look at the averages and add everything up, you'd be paying about $1,590 to $3,090 on average. Now, this is not a realistic number again. You might not be getting DoorDash. You might not get fast food as much. Maybe you don't go to the bar that much. But if you were to do all this, you're paying on average this much. Now, again, that number might not be realistic, but these are the realistic costs of all these things. And if you're to add it up, it's somewhere around this. Now, let's look at healthy eating. Whole foods, for example. Ground beef. 80% lean ground beef is about $4 to $6 a pound. If you're to get 3 pounds a week, you're paying about $48 to $72 a month. Chicken breasts. It's like $2 to $4 a pound. 4 pounds a week would be anywhere between $32 to $64 a month. Steak, sirloin, New York strip. You can find cheap steaks for $8 to $12 a pound. If you were to get 2 pounds a week, that's 64 to 96 a month. Eggs are about $3 to $5 a dozen. If you get 3 dozen a week, you're paying $36 to $60 a month. Fruits and vegetables, you're paying about $20 to $30 a week on average, which is about 80 to 120 a month. Healthy fats like butter, olive oil, avocados, you're paying about $10 to $15 a week on average for that, which is about $40 to $60 a month. So if we were to combine all of these things together and add up the totals of the averages at the end of the month, you're paying about $300 to $470 to $500 a month, let's just say. At most, 500. So let's look at the real cost difference. Theoretically, if you were to do all these things, I'm not saying you do, but let's just say theoretically you decided to do all these things and compare it to all these things, and we were to add up all the costs of everything. You're paying $1,600 to $3,000 a month on average for unhealthy food, and for healthy food, you're paying on average $300 to $470 a month. Now, theoretically, if we were to compare these two things, you're saving between $1,120 to $2,620 a month. And that's an insane difference, guys. Again, this might not be realistic. I will repeat myself over and over again. This isn't exact because this might not be correct for some people. Because again, not everyone does all these things, but just one of these things, just 3 to 4 orders a week of DoorDash is about the same as this, as well as snacks and junk food. If you were to get $5 to $10 of junk food a day, at the end of the month, that's like $150 to $300. That's almost how much this is. Fast food meals, you're paying like at minimum $700 a month if you were to buy 3 meals a day and live off of that, which is way more than this, than healthy eating. So even if you were to take out like two of these things, there's still a cost difference. And at the absolute bare minimum, you're basically just paying the same amount of money for healthy food, if not even less, if you were to theoretically compare these things. So it's not expensive. Healthy eating is not expensive. You just have to get your priorities in check. Now, not only does it cost less to eat healthy, you're actually saving time. So people think it takes long to make healthy food. No, it doesn't. And here's why. So the question is, doesn't meat and whole foods take long to prepare? What if I don't have the time with my busy schedule? Answer, it doesn't take long. It takes on average 10 to 15 minutes to cook your day's worth of food. At most 20 minutes. If you don't have time in the morning, you can just prepare your meals the night beforehand and then you'll just have them ready for the next day. Or you can just get up like 20 minutes earlier and prepare your meals. If you have at least 10 to 15 minutes of spare time in your day to cook ground beef, eggs, steak, salmon, or other lean meats, you'll be perfectly fine. Plus, fruit and things like Greek yogurt don't take any time. You just get a container, put it in a bowl, and add some fruit to it. That takes less than 5 minutes. So if you're on the go, you can just grab one of those things as a snack. It's healthy. So, anyways, here is a time comparison chart for more reference. I made this a while ago and I just want to talk about it. So, unhealthy habits, DoorDash or takeout. It takes you on average 10 to 15 minutes to browse the menus and decide. At bare minimum, 5 minutes if you decide quick. The time to wait for the food or the delivery takes on average 30 to 60 minutes, which adds up to about 40 to 75 minutes of waiting time for your DoorDash meals on average. Fast food, the time to drive to and from the restaurant or just wait in the line takes about 15 to 30 minutes, depending if you're going there from work, from home, or however you do it. On average, the waiting time is about 15 to 30 minutes. The time to order and wait for the food takes about 5 to 15 minutes on average. Not always, but at the bare minimum takes like 2 to 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer if there's a longer line. So if you're there at like rush hour, it's going to take like 15 minutes. The total time of that, if you were to add these things up, is about 20 to 45 minutes per meal, theoretically, on average. Now, going out for food or drinks takes you like 10 to 20 minutes to get ready for that. You're spending about 15 to 30 minutes to travel there, depending on how far it is. And you're waiting about 15 to 30 minutes to be served on average. Now, you're eating the meal, drinking your liquids for on average 45 to 90 minutes. At the absolute minimum, 40 minutes. So, the total time of getting ready, traveling, waiting to be served, eating, drinking, you know, doing the tip, giving the tip to the waiter, waitress, all takes on average between 1.5 to 3.5 hours per outing. Now, unhealthy snacks. Grabbing a bag of chips or soda might seem quick, but you're doing repeated trips of that and it adds up to 5 to 10 minutes multiple times daily. I'm not saying it takes 10 minutes to grab some chips, but if you were to add up all the times of going back and forth to your cabinet, it adds up to that. Now, let's look at healthy meal preparation. Cooking ground beef or chicken breast, two examples. For the seasoning and the cutting of chicken breasts or ground beef, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes on average. The cooking time takes about 10 to 15 minutes on average, depending on how the portion size is. And cleaning up takes like 5 to 10 minutes. Not it doesn't even take 10 minutes, it takes less than that. So the total time is about 20 to 35 minutes per meal. But if you're efficient with your time and you don't take forever to season it, it takes even less time than this. Cooking eggs takes 1 to 2 minutes to get your carton out and crack the eggs in the bowl or the pan. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes to cook it. And cleaning that up takes like 2 minutes to 5 minutes. So that's about 10 to 15 minutes. If you're to combine the eggs and the ground beef, you'll save even more time. So grabbing fruits or healthy snacks takes 1 to 3 minutes. It's a no-brainer. Meal prepping for the week. So seasoning, cutting, all that. This is 30 to 60 minutes if you were to do this for the entire week. If you do it for like the entire day, it would take like 10 to 15 minutes if you were to cook all your food in one sitting and just put it in containers. Now, cooking time. So let's say you're batch cooking multiple proteins. It would take 1 to 2 hours. But you don't have to do it for that long. Packaging in containers takes 10 to 30 minutes. So the total weekly time for meal prepping, 7 days would be about 2 to 3.5 hours total on average. But if you're efficient with your time, you're seasoning quick, you're not taking forever, it could take you less than 2 hours to do this. So the daily time saved, like once you prep it, the meals only take 2 to 5 minutes to heat up and eat. So, anyways, these numbers are not completely accurate, but this is like an average theoretical guesstimate. So the real time difference is that with unhealthy meals, you're spending about 1 to 3 hours daily on average of doing all of these things, of ordering, eating out, going out, grabbing snacks, takeout, fast food. All of that does take time. We can all agree that doing this takes time. So you're spending about 1 to 3 hours on average between doing all those things, theoretically. Now, healthy meals, you're spending on average 20 to 40 minutes a day, or even less if you're meal prepping. So if you were to do these things and be efficient with your time, you're spending like 20 to 40 minutes a day. But if you're efficient with your time, it could take you 15 minutes to do all this if you don't take forever. So you're actually saving about 1 or 2 hours a day, which is 14 hours weekly. And that's 728 hours a year of free time that you're saving by eating healthier food versus unhealthy food. Now, obviously, once again, this might not be realistic. You might not get fast food all the time. You might not go out to eat all the time. But if you were to do these things versus these things, this is how much time you're saving. So the truth is, guys, that it really comes down to how bad you want it. So it doesn't cost much to eat healthy food. You're not investing a lot of time and a lot of money. If you look at these comparisons, you're actually saving money and you're saving time by eating healthier. And a lot of you, hopefully, this is a shock or a wake up call for those of you who thought that eating healthy is expensive and time consuming. No, it is not. It is more time consuming to order DoorDash and wait like an hour for your food to come just to eat a 1,500 calorie meal that won't even fill you up. Plus the tip you're paying the dasher and the delivery fee and all that other bullshit. Guys, it comes down to what would you rather do? Eat healthy or eat unhealthy? I, for one, choose to eat healthy. So, what do you choose? Do you choose healthy eating or unhealthy eating? These are the differences. And the people who I'm helping with this, because I'm an online fitness coach, I help people lose fat. They save money and time by doing this. And they have been able to get these results. I've been able to get these results by eating healthier. So these guys all look like this because they're eating healthier food. and they're not doing their old fast food DoorDash habits that were costing them money and time. Like Vinny, who lost 22 pounds in less than 2 months. Or Joseph, who lost 3 pounds, looks way better. Frank, who is 60 years old and lost 37 pounds so far. I think he actually lost 39 now. I got to check his trainer eyes, but Luke lost over 48 pounds. All these guys are doing this because they are eating healthier food. They're eating in a calorie deficit and they're tracking their weight and their calories. And the best part is that they're saving time and money. So, guys, there really is no excuses. There really is no excuses to this. So, you guys saw the costs. Maybe you guys aren't going to agree with this for whatever reason, but I just want to show you guys a visual of the time and the cost differences. And if you think about it, it really is mind blowing when you look at this. Like with the analytics that I made, it's crazy. You're saving money and time. But how bad do you want to be healthy and invest in your physique and your health and your fat loss? Comes down to what would you rather do? And if you guys have any questions about this or you need more help with this and you're looking to save money, save time, and make incredible transformations like these guys in my program, and you just want some coaching, make sure to book a call with me. It'll be in the description if you guys need to. It's a free strategy call. We can get on the phone, come up with a game plan, and I can figure out where you're at and how to get you to where you want. But, anyways, that's it. That's all I got, guys. I hope you got some value. And as always, if you like it and you want more value, please subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.